Regret is one of those things we can't avoid. It's coming from a past perspective. We try to avoid it just like anything else that's part of our suffering, just as much as guilt and shame, and it is part of guilt and shame. And I was talking to a client of mine today, and we were talking about regret and how to repair a relationship. In his case, he's thinking of his son and trying to make amends with him and build a relationship with him that was damaged by some of his past behaviors when his son was younger. And the thing with him is that he loves his son, and he can acknowledge that he does. And at the same time, he's also trying to balance out in his mind how he can eliminate this regret. And if his son just listens to his advice and turns the corner and can meet him with this strong guidance that he wants to provide, he thinks that his son will then reach him and he'll feel that acknowledgement that I'm a good dad. And there's an issue, though, in that this regret is an illusion, but it just continues this process of thinking that creates the disruption or disconnection in the relationship to begin with. This guy's son is not like him. He's got his own interests. He's got his own personality like everyone does. But the thing that my client's trying to understand is that there's a big part of his son that lives in him, and actually seeing his own regret for himself in his son. And that what he doesn't understand is that when he doesn't meet his own shadow, his own pain in himself, as he sees his son, he'll consistently be talking to himself through his son's eyes. And all of that love and care and concern is no longer the main focus, because he's looking at himself and he's trying to go back in time and not just fix the regret from the pain that he caused his son earlier, but also the regret that he has for himself when he was a kid and when he was a teenager that he couldn't do anything about. And our kids, in this case, our kids are constantly mirrors. They are providing us a window to see ourselves in, a reflection in a way, and an opportunity, and it's a gift. And that regret from not being able to go back in time, because that's the only thing our mind can do, is try to fix and blame and shame ourselves, have some illusion or fantasy that if I can just think about this differently enough, I won't feel regret. Or I can say something to my son and get him to turn the corner and start doing the things I wish that he would do. And to his credit, he loves his kid and he's accepting that his son is different. But there's still a big part of him that can't reconcile, in his own words, the screw up that he was, that he sees in his son. But that love, the shift is that love that he's got for his son is the way out of this regret, and it is the bridge into this relationship that he's seeking. Because in that present moment, if I'm seeing that person and I'm in that relationship in the present moment with them, there's nothing else to do. There's just the place of being and the enjoying of that connection. Whether it's a person, obviously a kid like we're talking about right now, or a spouse or a friend, a family member, something that you're in relationship with work, something that you care about and that you love. And that presence of being brings you into the space of what matters, instead of into your mind about how you can correct and redo the thing in your mind that you feel like it was an error. But part of this illusion is there is no error. There's just being human. When I'm talking to my kid, I can only love them for the completion and the whole person that they are. They're just being them. There is no error in that. And I'm a human being too. So I'm not perfect. I'm flawed. And recognizing all of that and really just being in a curious place and understanding that the most important thing isn't what happens or what transpires or any of that. It's being there, not going back in time in my mind, not recognizing the pain that I'm seeing in my kid and reminding me the pain that I had when I was a teenager. And I'm thinking that's what this client is doing too. And that's what we're working on. But all these opportunities, and the shift is this, it's the opportunity. All these opportunities are there, right there. You can start that today. Later on, when you see the person that you're struggling a bit to have a relationship with, and anything, you're just taking the time to be in the moment. This isn't something that you have to do differently in the way that your mind thinks that you have to do or perform, or that you have to be perfect. Because when you're talking to somebody and you're in the moment with them and you're looking at them and you're looking in their eyes, you're connecting with them. You're not thinking about what you should or shouldn't do or what you did last time or how what they're saying is disappointing you or upsetting you. And I promise you, the more that you practice anything by being there for the people that you love in the ways that you can, the more all of this regret, the illusion of regret, is going to start to dissipate, because it's nothing more than a conditioned part of your mind that's keeping you in this part of doing and overperforming, thinking you need to be a certain way. And certainly if I see that in the other person, because I'm seeing it myself, there's the mirror, then they don't have to be a certain way, then they don't have to perform either. And all of this is just a big illusion. And as we build those relationships, again, whether it's with a person or with anything that you care about, you're going to start to notice that the things that you do care about and the relationships that you do have start to become fuller. They become more vibrant, healthier. Things start to happen where they repair. You're enjoying life more. You look forward to seeing these people. I look forward to parenting. Life's giving us opportunities all the time. And it's only our mind that lives in regret. And we can start living in that opportunity and wonder and curiosity right now in the very moment. Appreciate you watching. Hope you're doing well. Take care.